Is it everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out. But man, you can't deny that view.
From starring as the fierce Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones to playing my ever-favorite Ellie Williams, Bella Ramsey seems to have done it all. And what's crazy is that she's only 19. Now, I'm quite sure you know what I'm talking about. The Last of Us has been taking the internet by storm lately, and that made us wonder what went on behind the scenes with Ramsey. Rumor has it that she even took guitar lessons to stay true to her character. But let's start from the beginning. The 19-year-old actor stars as Ellie alongside Pedro Pascal in the TV hit. Of course, this follows them as they make a life-threatening journey across America after a deadly virus decimates the country.
Just wait there. Give us a minute.
Fans of the best-selling video game, aka The Last of Us, had strong feelings about who should play the role prior to Bella's casting in the HBO series. And of course, when Bella was finally announced as Ellie, people began to complain that she was not the right fit. What is their reasoning, you may ask? Well, it was mostly because she didn't look exactly like the character from the video game. After the first episode, which premiered on the 15th of January, it's safe to say Bella Ramsey has proven her doubters wrong. You go, Bella. And we all can agree on one simple fact now.
I'm not flinching. Rifle just
Okay, give it.
Bella is the perfect Ellie. Who could have played it better than her? But the actress recently revealed that the comments did bother her for a while before the show's release. Bella was 17 years old when she was cast in the role of Ellie Williams. Yes, she was that young. In an interview, she admitted that she had developed a bad habit of looking at what a specific group of game fans were saying about her online.
I saw it, but I hadn't seen the rest of the show.
Are you finding people are negative about the ending in general?
Generally, the consensus is that it wasn't great. But I mean, seemed fine to me.
She revealed how this was the first time she had a negative reaction to something. Occasionally, she did find it amusing, but then at the end of a 10-minute scrolling session, she'd put her phone down.
I have too much confidence that I could take down a person.
You can take down a person.
Right, so it's like
You've done
I'm
squats
out.
with me on your back.
That's true. Okay, so maybe it's not completely unfounded.
She can take you down.
Because the rabbit hole of internet trolls can be a dark, dark place to be in. But good news for all her fans. Ramsey has finally accepted that she is Ellie, and she knows that she can do great things. Her line of thought went something like this: I am a good actor, but this will only last a few weeks before I think I'm terrible again. That is simply the procedure. Fortunately, the negative feedback has not dampened Bella's enthusiasm for the show or the role. Bella told Elle that she'd play Ellie for as long as she could, or forever, as she puts it. Ramsey continued to say that there are no boundaries for her. They said they could do as many series and games as they wanted, and that she'd always be there, flying back to Canada. Needless to say, I couldn't be more proud of the 19-year-old for fighting off the bullies and focusing on her role. Now that I've talked about the criticism she had to face in the beginning, it's time I address the binder in the room. To put it simply, while filming HBO's apocalyptic video game adaptation, The Last of Us, Bella Ramsey said she wore a chest binder most of the time. Prior to the show's premiere, Ramsey spoke with the New York Times about her gender fluidity and non-binary identity. She told the publication that she couldn't care less about how people refer to her. The British actress, who chose to be referred to in the article by she/her pronouns, revealed how her non-binary identity influenced her character. The actress explained that she wore a chest binder 90% of the time while filming the show, which she claims helped her focus on set. And here's the thing, she admitted to the publication that wearing a binder that frequently is probably not healthy. What's more, she left all her fans with a warning they should all heed to: please bind safely. Ramsey also discussed how she and her super supportive co-star Pascal had many conversations about sexuality and gender.
Where the sun went, and then it dawned on me.
Feel free to wait in the truck.
Okay, but just know, you can't escape Will Livingston.
With them, the conversation spanned across the entire spectrum, from funny to serious within minutes, so they weren't always that deep. But the duo was simply trying to be honest and open with one another. And that's not all that Bella Ramsey did for her role. The star went to great efforts to bring her character to life.
Nice and slow.
You gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant? It isn't gonna work, it doesn't aim right.
Including meeting with the creators to talk about her character, and playing the game to deliver her best self. For the last month and a half, The Last of Us has been redefining television with episode after episode of tear-jerking brilliance and excellence. Those are some big words, and I don't just throw them around. There are numerous reasons why the series has been so successful.
Joel, did you know diarrhea is hereditary?
What?
Yeah.
At least if I have anything to say about it, The Last of Us has been must-watch TV for a variety of things, including its complex, emotionally heavy writing, themes, and pitch-perfect horror.
No, put that back. That's not for kids.
How do
Ellie,
you even walk around with that thing?
please get rid of it.
Hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann accomplished the seemingly impossible by finding the ideal Joel and Ellie in Pascal and Ramsey. And just by the way, they also co-created the game franchise. In a new roundtable discussion, the four artists reflect on their time working on Season 1 of the breakout horror series. The 10-minute discussion compared the differences between creating a video game and creating a spectacular live-action series. And of course, Bella Ramsey's part in building her character.
Sir, I would like your finest suite, please. Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to check your luggage? Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am.
Druckmann began by discussing his experience directing Episode 2, his first live-action film. There's a lot of control on the video game side of things because you create the world after the performances are recorded. But as the series director, Druckmann described what it was like to hold his breath while he set action. In a game, you don't have to worry about the weather or outdoor conditions, but when telling a story as epic as The Last of Us in this medium, you can't. This mainly meant that Ramsey, or Ellie as you may like to call her, was freezing a lot on set, which both the actor and Mazin made fun of. While the series has a lot of brilliant CGI effects work, this led to a discussion about the breathtaking practical effects on display in The Last of Us.
Kidding me. You ever stay in a place like this?
No, a little out of our league.
Do you even know what this is?
They were dressing up streets and neighborhoods to look like it was post-apocalyptic, and the behind-the-scenes footage that coincided with the conversation only added to the show's enthralling nature. This not only helped to immerse the audience in this world, but it also helped Pascal and Ramsey get into character. It's also entertaining to hear Druckmann talk about standing on set in the world he created. You can tell how much he cares about this world and the fans who made this series possible. When discussing the series, the authenticity of everything has been a major theme, and this discussion simply emphasizes The Last of Us's incredible accomplishments even more. So far, every scene and frame has felt like a game. The show has the same immersive wonder as the game, whether it is a one-to-one depiction or in the spirit of what was told in the original. However, arguably more importantly, this discussion demonstrates Mazin, Druckmann, Pascal, and Ramsey's incredible rapport. The round table is filled to the brim with jokes.
I have a spare hand.
Congratulations.
And Druckmann and Mazin make fun of Pascal every chance they get. This demonstrates just how much this group loves each other. That will make any fan's heart melt, and mine too if I'm being honest. And that's all from my side on how Bella Ramsey prepared for The Last of Us.
There's probably more ahead.
So we'll deal with it then. I got it.